Orlando. Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We go! 61, matchbox white. You better bring. I'm letting you know. Hey, lock it. Switch.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
10-2 stuff.
On second down now, Dobbins, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Archer on 3rd and 2. Got his target, Samuel. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Five. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52.
2nd and 4. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Set, ready, 50, plant. And watch that, and watch the block.
Back to throw is Archer. On play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
draw corpus.
45 the mark. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
25, check 25, check 25. They go.
Now Archer from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
At their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jameis to throw it. And that would be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And out across midfield down to the 45. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready? White 25.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 18.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
I'm coming after you. 56.
From the red zone now, Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bengals take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st down, Benjamin. 40 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go one more. 56, Mike.
To throw, Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Shit. Switch.
On the ground, it's Mack. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Go on.
Rush in. Big air.
2nd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's coming. Double up.
Leo.
That's a what? Check 24.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 24. Check. 36, 35.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
$52's the mic, boys. 52.
General West.
Check.
Hey, Alpha.
52. I got one.
Archer looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Archer now off the play fake. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gilbert. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line.
A gain of 18.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Topper!
On 2nd down now, Dobbins, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Archer. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a give, right side. Benjamin. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready. White 25. Even.
Switch gears.
They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
57 to Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Winston toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
I'm going to run you over.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Squeeze.
Here's Archer on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop. Get up. Smooth. 52's the mic right here over there, man. 52's the mic. Protein spill. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Hey, Charlie. Hey, lock it. Check 15. Ready?
Back to throw is Archer. Off play action. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. 52. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
Now Archer operating from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Go. Watch Mike. All day, dog. 52. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep it up.
Archer throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Winston now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down at 17. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston steps away to his left. Buying time to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Ready. Blue 80. 56. Check 56. Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert. Check 31. Check 31. Let's go.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Benjamin. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check 13. Check 13. Undercrunch. Undercrunch. Undercrunch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go on. No.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Reed.
All day, just like that.
Christian, Travis.
Check.
Leo.
Alert 3. Check. Switch.
6 get.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, Haywood.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, over.
45. Mike, 45. Yeah.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the curl.
Check X3. 218, chopper. Hey, exit.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, team 6.
52's the Mike.
Archer now. Going to throw again. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
We go. 90 Wolf.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Check 9.
61 Matchbox Lights.
No.
Hey, Wahoo.
2 right here. All day, baby, all day. Check
22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Snap.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, you ready?
From the 27, Winston, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Come on. Run that.
First down, Winston. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
You ain't doing nothing today. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
From the gun, Winston. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check it backer, check it backer. Watch safety creep, watch safety creep.
Here we go, even.
Check three.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You draw corker.
Watch twins.
Back to throw. Archer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the Bengals 1st down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Under 10.
They run the counter. Dobbins. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey!
Hey, mark 52. Watch the slant.
80 weapon.
Tighten up. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5. 1st down, Bengals.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Dobbins, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Big ass, big ass.
Hey, lock it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Boy, how do you let a guy get that wide open in the 2-minute drill?
There's absolutely no way that that's coached or taught. That's an absolute complete breakdown on that play.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check, check, check. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Yo, 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 go, go.
Motion to the backfield.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second and goal from the 1.
Yep.
You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. 45 is the mark.
Get it.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 24, check 24.
Now.
Motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there in the final minute. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Now Winston. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Ready? Black 25.
Here we go. Strong right, strong right, strong right.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call, and they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they